off Mulholland Highway. 24 feds, some in tactical gear, could be seen carrying evidence from the property, including several firearms. After the search, a SWAT team was seen leaving in a procession of law enforcement vehicles. Federal agents also executed a similar raid in Las Vegas today.
What he do had to pay, what? Cut a $100 million check to the IRS. Yeah. Give him $100 million. Now, if someone in this camp introduced him to someone that knew the game and that could save him money, he would look at that as a business move. Be very cautious. Don't want to mess his shit up. But then he has security. Well, if it don't work, at least got the money to pay him off. So I think it's a low risk, high reward for him. So I think in that situation, people with money like Mayweather, they'd be like, all right, I'll try it out.
The IRS just flipped Floyd Mayweather's entire empire upside down. After a federal raid on his U.S. mansion, agents discovered a massive stash of illegal drugs, unregistered firearms, and millions in unaccounted cash hidden throughout the property. And this isn't an isolated incident. It's the breaking point of a downward spiral. Floyd's $402 million Manhattan real estate deal? Under investigation for shady financials. His crypto pump-and-dump schemes? Already flagged by the SEC.
ESPN reporting that Mayweather, get this, still has not paid his taxes for 2015. We don't know how much money Mayweather owes, but he's asking the IRS for a break until the fight the end of August.
Now, with this IRS raid, everything's catching up to him. America just got a clear look behind the curtain. And it's not just money Mayweather's hiding. This could be the scandal that finally ends Floyd's illusion of untouchable wealth.
What's your travel arrangements?
You want me to show you right now? Call my pilot right now.
Yeah.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber? I'm finna show you. You gotta pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, Chef. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey, then go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send him over there, and then Dan can get on the plane also. Okay?
I'd say have him at the airport about 10:45 or so.
All right, tell Dan he can tell Dan to get on there also, please.
I got you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm done.
It all started when the IRS stormed into Floyd Mayweather's Las Vegas mansion as part of a larger federal investigation tied to financial fraud and illegal activities. But no one expected this. This is the same house Floyd gave Stephen A. Smith a tour of. Smith saw all the luxury there, but now the IRS is seeing the real reason behind all of Floyd's luxuries.
What's your definition of toy?
Well, private jet, Enzo, Bugatti. Let's walk over here. I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me
yes.
are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3 point.
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
And you don't drive them.
No.
Oh Lord, this is your closet?
Yeah.
I see the money team hats, along with various others.
Yeah.
Do you even know how many outfits you have?
I wear the same clothes, but I gotta.
Inside Floyd's home, agents uncovered a massive stash of illegal drugs. Not just weed or prescription meds. Nah, we're talking narcotics with serious federal penalties. And it didn't stop there. Hidden compartments inside his mansion revealed a shocking number of unregistered firearms, some of which are military-grade and completely illegal to own without federal clearance. But here's where it got really ugly. The IRS found stacks of cash, some rotting from poor storage conditions, totally unaccounted for on any of Floyd's tax records. We're talking millions in physical currency, money that didn't match anything he reported to the government. And for a man who built his brand around flaunting wealth, this was a death blow. The news hit social media like a wildfire. And for the first time, even Floyd's most loyal fans started asking the same question. Is Mayweather's empire a complete lie?
These tax questions, he replies to them by showing on Instagram $26 million, a payment he made to the IRS. By the way, nothing makes your tax payment look shadier than when you're just holding up cash.
Right.
That's not a good look for the IRS. But he showed his actual, I mean, $26 million.
That guy not pay taxes? How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his?
As investigators dug deeper, more red flags popped up. Let's talk about that $402 million real estate investment in Manhattan.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all of it. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Just a month ago, Floyd posted a now infamous Instagram video flexing in front of 62 buildings he claimed to own solo.
Well, you guys know I do real estate in New York, so it was only right for me to get a new place in New York. So I got a new place in New York. I will show you guys the finishing touches. Money made, and you guys know the rest.
According to him, the properties included over 1,000 apartments and retail stores, mostly in Harlem, Morningside Heights, and Upper Manhattan. He told his 30 million followers, "This is all mine. No business partners, just me." But guess what? Investigators now believe that entire deal might be built on shaky financials. Multiple sources claim the purchase was made through offshore accounts and under fake shell companies. The feds are now looking into whether Floyd laundered unreported income through the real estate deal to hide it from taxes. And if Floyd thought owning buildings would shield him from scrutiny, he might have just bought himself a one-way ticket to even more investigations. Let's rewind for a second. Before this IRS raid, before the Manhattan properties, there was the crypto scandal.
You won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweather. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards. But this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Bored Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT news.
Back in 2022, Floyd teamed up with a crypto coin called Ethereum Max and began promoting it hard across his socials. Promising insane returns, Floyd told fans to invest early. But here's the catch. Floyd had been secretly paid to promote the coin without disclosing that info to the public. Once fans dumped millions into the coin, Floyd and other celebs allegedly pulled out, leaving the value to crash almost overnight. That's how badly Floyd needed the money.
I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money. And I know
You think Floyd's fighting because he needs the money?
Doesn't need the money, yeah.
Really? Why? You think he blew through all of his money? Get the fuck.
Well, he blew through a lot of it, but what I'm sharing for you, it wasn't what you thought it was
He
to
blew
start
through
with.
it and wasn't making as much as he
they're
says.
claiming he was doing $100 million a fight, and I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about $100 million. There's a very
Wow.
You
made 8.8 in one night.
Yeah.
And you're a great fighter, but I'm looking at Floyd and I'm like, you know, Floyd had this long career. I could imagine him making more than 100 million.
Floyd is a household name.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people say that. I understand that. Nah, Floyd was not Muhammad Ali, and Floyd wasn't Mike Tyson.
Like 8.8 in one night, I'm like, I think Floyd could do a bunch of those.
No, I got it. I know. People think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you he didn't.
The SEC fined him, but the damage was done. Thousands of fans lost everything. Lawsuits piled up, and Floyd's reputation took a hit that no belt could fix. But we're not done. Because while the IRS was investigating his finances, another controversy resurfaced. Logan Paul still hasn't been paid.
Not only that, it's great that you got the job done of getting the paperwork. I got Floyd Mayweather to agree to fight me.
That's the win.
That's the win.
Yeah.
Because you not only got in there, but you gave a respectable performance to where like people walked away and it's not a gimmick anymore.
I owe Floyd a thanks.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, looking forward to receiving the rest of the money you owe me, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. He gave me an opportunity.
What is your relationship?
Non-existent.
Okay.
It was good, but there was like a money thing. We'll get it figured out.
There's always a money thing.
That's news to me, man.
Yup. Remember that massive exhibition fight between Floyd and Logan in 2021? Logan racked up millions of views, ticket sales, and pay-per-view buys, and Floyd still didn't pay him. Logan had to go on social media and call him out, saying he was scammed by the very guy who used to flaunt $100 million checks on camera.
Floyd Mayweather, you punch-drunk idiot. Read my lips. Oh, wait, you can't. Where's my money, bitch? Floyd never paid me for our fight. Who am I, the IRS? You can't dodge taxes like you do punches, dummy. Floyd, how can you call yourself the GOAT?
To this day, Logan claims Floyd owes him millions. And now, federal investigators are also looking into whether Mayweather reported those fight earnings accurately. Spoiler alert, he probably didn't.
Because I see a lot of people, like, people always bring up the fighter pay with the UFC, but isn't Logan complaining right now that he didn't get his checks from Floyd? Is that like a boxing issue versus
you don't ever hear that coming out.
To this day,
you hear a guy going,
now,
I want to make $30 million, I didn't get paid enough. You don't ever hear guys going, yeah, they didn't pay me yet, ever.
Is that like a boxing issue?
Well, here's what happens when you go in and you do these fights, and you make them. And Hunter, correct me if I'm wrong. You do these fights that are exhibitions or whatever. The commission isn't overseeing it. So let's say I did a fight with Mike. I got Mike fighting, Francis or something. The athletic commission gets the money up front, so they pay the fighters. They don't have to wait for. That was the big problem in the past, is that these boxing promoters would come in and they wouldn't make as much money as they thought they were going to do, so they would stiff the fighters and not pay the guys. And that's why these regulations are in place in these different states.
Floyd's exhibition fights, often held in Dubai and Japan, have come under fire for shady payouts, secret side deals, and earnings that conveniently vanish off the books. Combine that with untraceable offshore bank accounts? It's no wonder the IRS finally decided to kick in his door.
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
After retiring undefeated, Floyd basically turned into a walking pay-per-view ATM. But instead of facing real fighters, he started booking fights against YouTubers, influencers, and reality stars. Logan Paul, Deji, John Gotti III, even random guys from TikTok.
In terms of Floyd, right?
Okay.
So you get off the phone,
Yeah.
you've agreed to fight Floyd,
Yeah.
but then you have to sit there and go, holy shit. So who do you tell first? What are you thinking at that point? Do you ring someone or what are you doing?
First person I told was Shane. So before I even signed anything, I called Shane and I was telling him I'm scared. And then Shane's just like, sign it. Just sign it. Stop being a pussy.
And just when things couldn't get worse for Floyd, Gervonta Davis decided to pour gasoline on the fire. Earlier this year, Tank Davis, who was once Mayweather's protege, exposed that Floyd was being detained in Dubai over international financial crimes.
Revealed what's going on with Floyd Mayweather, what happened with him in Dubai, which Tank lied. Most people just thought Floyd and Tank was going back and forth just for publicity anyway, all right? It was just for publicity. And according to Whack 100, which is the male Wendy Williams, we thought that title went to 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent.
According to Tank, Floyd wasn't flying around the world for exhibition matches. He was stuck in Dubai, quietly trying to avoid U.S. law enforcement.
Speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather is supposedly held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them to get on live right now. And you owe people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
And that wasn't even the wildest part. Tank also accused Floyd of keeping illegal firearms in his homes for protection, suggesting Floyd feared retaliation from fighters and former partners he scammed over the years. But here comes the crazy part. Before after Tank knocked out Frank Martin, he dropped a bombshell. Floyd was having him stalked. Yep, Tank said Floyd hired guys to stalk him while he was out on runs. I guess we know now why Floyd had those firearms.
You know he the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
The beef between Tank and Floyd has never been more personal now that Floyd's daughter Yaya is involved. Yep, Ryan Garcia exposed a huge secret. He said that Gervonta Davis and Floyd's daughter were hooking up with each other. Now, at first, everyone brushed this off because Ryan Garcia is known for making wild statements on the internet.
Because Ryan is on the internet right now saying that he knows the root cause of the Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather beef. And this was news to me, that there's a possibility that Tank had a relationship with Floyd's daughter. It's not official news. If Ryan Garcia said it, it's definitely not official news. And I'm not gonna act like he doesn't have a relationship with Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather, like where there's smoke, there couldn't be fire. There is clearly something going on between Floyd and Tank Davis.
His daughter, she a grown woman. She do what she want to do, when she want to do it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but is Tank right for that though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that good business to sleep with your business partner's daughter?
Business is business and personal is personal. We can't let this get between our money, man.
But then Gervonta Davis broke the silence. He revealed that Yaya Mayweather was after Tank, and she kept Snapchatting him. And was Floyd cool with that? Not even close. So what did he do? Floyd allegedly had Tank followed, all while hiding unregistered firearms like he was prepping for war. You already know, something shady was brewing behind the scenes.
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time? After, like, I guess, again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
because at that time I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up mine. But it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it like.
And you think that was the downfall of y'all career? I mean, y'all
No, it was a
relationship,
downfall.
not career.
Yeah,
relationship.
It wasn't a downfall of my career. I mean, my our relationship, because it was more things that he was doing. Like
he scheduled a fight, I think.
Let's throw it all the way back to Floyd's long-standing beef with 50 Cent. The two were once tight, but 50 eventually called Floyd a fraud, claiming he couldn't even read and that he scammed him out of money during a failed business venture. At the time, people laughed it off as rap beef, but now it's looking real different.
What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
He changed his mind. As he was going into jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather promotion. Signed the actual fighters. We had acquisition of Gamboa, Andre Durrell, IBF champion, Billy Dib. I brought him over while Floyd was incarcerated. Then he comes home, let's get Floyd back in pocket. $300,000 chains, new Lamborghini, and I'm sitting there going, when you gonna give me the money? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. I didn't tell y'all to do that. And I'm looking at him and he looked in my face and he told me to do that.
Floyd's empire, built on image, hype, and cold hard cash, is crumbling under the weight of receipts. What once looked like genius business moves now look like money laundering, unpaid debts, and tax fraud.
I was basically in a chokehold. I wasn't comfortable. Well, I bought myself out my contract for $750,000 almost 20 years ago. But with leaving that company and just the Canelo Alvarez and Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao fight, I made $750 million just in those 3 fights.
The IRS raid didn't just expose drugs and guns, it exposed a pattern, a lifestyle built on illusion and hiding from accountability.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the biggest Chanel bag in the world. I got this bag from Karl Lagerfeld. R.I.P. May he rest in peace. Money getting motherfucker like myself, always showing out, always talking shit. Like 1.8 million, you know how it is. Check it out. Let them know it's all hundreds. Money made all motherfucking day.
Floyd Mayweather built a kingdom off the idea that he was untouchable, that no matter how flashy, reckless, or controversial he was, he'd always come out on top. But now, with the IRS uncovering illegal weapons, drugs, unreported millions, and fraud linked to real estate and crypto, that illusion is shattered.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we will catch you in the next video.